So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Tuesday grid. And you know, today I was going to the little wine store. Again, it's right next to the building where I live here. It's called Delicado. And I found this bottle of Kiffer, and it's a Blauer Zweigelt. Also the Blauer Zweigelt. And I thought we'd give this a chance. And so I just poured this up, as you can see. And I thought we'd take it and give it the nose and the palate and see what we got. But it's a typical, it's kind of, it's got the dark stone fruits. Definitely the cassis. And just like a small hint of vanilla, maybe a slight touch of chocolate or something. And that vanilla could be transposed with tobacco. I'm not quite sure. It's about a 55 to 60 tannin to acid ratio. And it's got decent legs on it. I mean, it's got a good viscosity. You're not going to be reading anything through it, that's for certain. But it is really a pleasure. This is not a bad little wine. I have not had this one yet. And this is, again, the Österreich Blaue Zweigelt, so the Austrian blue goat. And it's really quite fabulous. So just off the shelf for about €8. Not a bad thing to do for the day. A nice way to cap it off. I got 2 bottles, and I bet you anything I'm going to drink them tonight. So, looking into our grid, we have a Kathy Loudon construction today, edited by Joel Fagliano, and I say let's just get right to it. Let's get on in there. So, resting on, what do we think? Maybe a top? I never really expect too much out of Mondays. Just want them to be clean and clever, that kind of thing, right? Tuesday's kind of the same thing, but sometimes they can really throw you off. So I've always got that in mind. So frequently asked questions. Trigonometry function, yes, the sine, okay. Let's see, hint of color, could be tinge. I just drew a blank for a second because I was trying to remember last time I had to calculate a sine. wasn't necessarily a great memory, but I'm glad I did it when I did it. It wasn't me, for one. Could be a denial. Okay, I don't want to get too far off course here. Bench press muscle would be a pec. Snide comment about a collectible figurine. Well, looks like we're going to have a knick-knack something, and I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and go ahead and put that in there. If I'm wrong, I'll take it, but it's a Tuesday. Maybe not. We'll see. Blank Drogo, Game of Thrones role for Jason Momoa. Now, wasn't that Khan? I don't remember. Possible, but not looking good. And I got the hiccups again. Good thing my wine seems to cure it. Quick check. It's a good walk spoiled per Mark Twain, and he's talking about golf. And now that I'm no longer the person playing it. Okay, now what is this FN here? Is this Y good? Does as instructed could be obeys. So, yeah, I'm not so sure what's up with this FN. So I guess this maybe isn't con, and so therefore, before I start jumping ahead of myself on that one, carelessly quick, maybe hasty. So I guess I could have left that H, but I don't know who this is. I mean, I don't remember Jason Momoa even being in Game of Thrones, but I was in the Army at the time and didn't really pay attention much over it. So, is this an L? A lime and soda for 2. And I guess if we're talking about limestone and carbolics, I guess we're talking about alkalis. It always seems kind of funny that it should probably just be alkali for the plural. Maybe alkalus for singular? I mean, I don't know. Kerfuffle over beach footwear. So you think maybe a flap? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And if I only knew what the knick-knack whatever would be, probably a knock. Let's just see. Let's just see if I'm right. I mean, because why not? Wiccan or a druid could be a pagan. And interesting, it's a call and not a con. Interesting. Drool, essentially. Okay, that's just kind of gross. Short-lived relationship. Okay. Barely had any life in it at all, didn't it? Scram, gone, get. Glowed with happiness. How about lit up? Planet whose name makes middle schoolers laugh. Are you kidding me? I'll be laughing at this until I'm like dead. Siberian herding dog. Oh, I can't remember that thing off. Caviar as an example would be row. And then we'll just do this check here. Provide, maybe supply. Let's get back up to the top and see if we can get this kind of knocked out up here. Charged particles could be ions. And part of a plane or a theater could be the aisle. Scram, scat, and all politics is local. I do know that much. Flilly and delicate, lacy, pray for gray wolves. Man, they must have a lot of appetite. Ish. What do you think? Maybe kind of or sort of? What do we got here? Polynesian drink with psychoactive effects. And I think that is kava. I've never had it. I really want to try it. Ish. Okay, going back to our original question. Maybe kind of. Eagerly excited, maybe Gog. So Dr. Frankenstein's assistant would be Igor, unless you're talking about young Frankenstein, and that would be Igor. Sotto voce, quietly, of course. Synagogue chess, the arcs, and yeah, it's a knick-knack knock. I should have put that in there. It would have been nice to have been right about it. Continue to work on, maybe keep at. So prefix with natal or noir, and I guess this is neo. Only landlocked country in Southeast Asia, and that's Laos. Important knee tissue, for sure, would be the anterior cruciate ligament. Desperate request, maybe a plea. Help us, everyone, your only hope. Proactive target, I guess acne. Yes, the funny spelling wasn't lost on me. On the ocean, maybe a sea. And bad things to have under one's eyes. And I guess this is a T-bone up here. Yeah, cut from the short line. So I guess these are bags. Makes sense to me. And what do we got here? Feeling of guilt after cheating at table tennis. So I guess it's going to be ping pong pang. That's great. All right, that just sounds funny. I like it. Self-care company, Gwyneth Paltrow, Goop. I really love I love the catalogs, though. I will admit that. Egg donors, donations could be OVA. Mean and lean. Self-evidence, obvi. I didn't know that was a thing. Now I guess we know. And again, learning from the crosswords, as usual. Leftmost image in the iconic illustration, the March of Progress, and that would be the ape. Type of type of kitchen in a small apartment. I guess this would be a galley or on a boat. Whatsoever could be at all. Penny. Well, I guess we'll find that out. Singer partner when she's aimlessly wasting time. See, what do you think? Maybe dilly dally dolly. Dilly dally dolly. Clever. I mean, it's clever. It's cute. And I don't know the name of the dog. Geeky type could be a nerd. Toys with messes, maybe. Writing devices for tablets, and I guess they're looking for styli. Pharmacy product that's commonly chocolate flavored. I mean, I guess we're talking about X-Lax. An extension on a business card. You got Selma, Alabama here. Got a taxi there. Vegan milk option going for oat. And Amal, very nice. George Clooney's beautiful wife. So I think we got Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. It usually precedes delivery, probably labor. And let's see, bit of pond scum. Maybe algae. cried sheepishly. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe we bawed. Maybe. Alphabetically first rainbow color. Yeah, that'd be blue. And engage in a dispute, I guess, could be to argue. Very nice. Little dabble do ya. Very cool. Vogue competitor could be L. Penne. I mean, I don't. Kill to comic could be to slay. So then, I gotta start paying attention better. So, okay. Well, Kathy Loudon, come on down. You have just won the Best Tuesday of a Long Time award. This was a very cleverly constructed grid. Absolutely a charm to solve, work my way through. You can tell if I'm doing a Monday or a Tuesday grid and it's 8 to 12 minutes, that's because I've got a lot to say about it. And usually that's a good thing, So, yeah. Not a bad little ride at all today. Fabulous construction. So much so that I wish that I had constructed it myself. So cheers to you. Let's go ahead and bring down our Bannière d'Adieu and send this one packing. So I want to just say that we are literally 4 subscribers away from making 500. I mean, come on. So if you've got it in your heart and you haven't yet become a member of this community, subscribing is free, Just be nice to have 4 of you. Even if you don't like the channel after a while, you can just turn off notifications or act like you don't like it anymore, but just hang around just in case you change your mind. But otherwise, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all the comments, the likes, everything. It just means the world to me. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted that you were here to solve this grid with me today. So until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Abend noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, au revoir, annyeonghaseyo, au revoir, annyeonghaseyo, and we'll throw in some Spanish with a nice, okay, tengas buen días. Be good to yourselves, be great to your neighbors, and be especially fabulous to the fellow behind you in the queue. Take care.